Hello everyone. So in this video, we're going to be creating a text file, so t.txt file in Python. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to create a message and then we're going to print out letter by letter the message on separate lines. And so yeah, let's get started here. So first is we're going to define our message, right? So define a string basically. So call it message equals, we'll say like have a rad. So this is our message, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to open up. So we have to give a, basically, if we look here, we have just this Python notebook here. This is where we're going to, once we call that we want to create a text file, it'll be saved inside this folder here. So we are going to, we'll just call it F. You can call it whatever you want, but we'll call F equals open. And then we'll name it today's message dot txt. And then we're gonna give it with the write. So you can also do append. Append is an A, sorry. Append is just going to take the existing file. If it's not there, it'll make it, and then it'll keep adding to that file. But we're gonna do W, since if we run this a couple of times, it'll just overwrite the file. So we can, we can play around with it and run it a couple of times and then just see the overall text file as it would be as we ran it, as if we had run it the first time. So we are going to, our goal is to, in each line, bring on one of the letters. So the first line, it will be H, and then the second line, it will be HA, third line will be HAV, right? So we'll go into here for I and then you can call length the message, right? And then we can access each of the characters, right? So f dot write. So we're going to write to what we have. So first we opened up the text file, and now we're going to do a write to it. And we'll do message from 0 to I. And then we'll write a new line character, right? Line character, and then after this is done, we'll close the file as well. So yeah, let's see what we get here. So hit run, and this says completed here, and then we should see here, yeah, today's message.txt. We have that here, and we have this message here. You can see that line 1 and line 16 are empty, and also have a rad day, the exclamation point did not show up. So let's go back in here and see what we can, the changes we can do. So if we see here 0 to I, basically what had happened was 0 and I, this is starting actually from 0. So 0 to 0, this is actually exclusive. So it's not going to include that. So the first time it goes around, it's just going to do an empty space and then a new line character. So basically we have this, for starting off, we have an empty line. So in order to mitigate that, we can do this here. Can do I plus 1, right? We'll save that. And then what we can do now, we have an extra here, line 16. We have an extra space. So what we can do is we only want to do the new line if I is less than the length of message minus 1, right? Then we want to do a new line character. So this is basically saying, like the last length of the message is, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 15. So there's 15 characters in here. So this is actually at 14, right? Length of message minus 1. So that would be 14. And then basically at the 13, y, we're going to add, so the last one would be at 14. So 14 is less than 14 would not work, would not. So basically once it got to I equals 14, which is the last character, it would not do this new line statement here. So then it'll be like more concise of a text file. So let's save this and then we'll hit write. Since we do have this W, it'll just overwrite our existing program here. So we can just close this out. So let me close this. And then we'll run it again. So we ran it. And then we'll look at what we got here. Yeah. And then so now you can see that each of the lines has its own, basically it's bringing on the string a letter at a time and starting at H as well. Yeah, so this was a quick example on how to create a text file in Python. Very useful if you're dealing with any kind of real live data. You want to log something into .txt file. You can add a timestamp. And for this one, it's just a simple example. So you can have multiple lines uh, in your text file, and basically, yeah, you can. This is just showing up within the browser, but you can use like anything to view it, like a Sublime Text or Notepad. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed this video. Nice. I mean, it's a simple example on how to create a text file in Python. And any comments, suggestions would be really helpful. And see you in the next video. Thank you.